Today's review is looking very special. I have the brand new AMG One to take an in-depth look at it today at the Pupil of Fate in Dubai. I'm very excited to have a look at this car. It looks amazing in person. This is the key, your standard Mercedes key, nothing too fancy about it, but you get this nice blue accents. Let me show you what it's all about. So I am directly going to start with the design of this car, which is very interesting, especially when you see it in person. It sits so low to the ground. We currently have it in this Race Plus mode. The louvers are open, and then the wing is open in the back. You can see those gills. Everything is in carbon fiber. You can see over here for the aero, so just air flushes through over the windshield and goes straight into that turbocharged V6. Even the headlights, look at the design, how they're kind of flushed into the body panel. I mean, this car, there's nothing that comes close to it in terms of design, aerodynamics, and obviously just it's an F1 road legal car. So again, carbon fiber axles down at the bottom. Everything is functional, nothing is here just to look cool. We have a painted Mercedes logo, 18 layers of paint on this thing, so it's not a sticker. Carbon fiber on the side mirrors. It reminds me of the 992 GT3 RS. And again, more fins on the side. Everything is in carbon fiber with the Petronas AMG blue accents over here, the turquoise, and again the Mercedes emblem. First of all, they're specifically made for this car, so you have the AMG One silhouette over here, 20-inch trims in the back, and again, carbon fiber cover, carbon ceramics. You can see bronze down at the bottom. I mean, this car is an engineering marvel at its finest. The fin, the shark fin in the back, has to be like the coolest accent of the whole design. Again, with huge NACA ducts on either side to suck in the air into that V6. And we're going to be removing this panel today, so we can kind of see the engine, not really. Now to have a look at the engine, there's a button over here which you press, and this panel, again, this carbon fiber panel lifts up, and we should remove it straight. There we go. So with a bit of help, we managed to remove this whole panel. As you can see, it's currently connected over here, and you can barely see basically what's the underpinnings with the suspension. The engine is down at the bottom, as you can see, and there's another button. If we close to that, Chris is currently holding the panel. You have over here another latch which you release, and then you can remove the second part as well. It's very light, which is connected, as you can see, but I mean, this is how to open these two sides. And then the spoiler in the back, so this is a two-stage spoiler, which look at where it sits basically. So the whole thing lifts up, and this is DRS, this smaller wing in the back. And then look at it, the sheer girth of this thing. I mean, such presence. We have a center-mounted exhaust and a huge diffuser, like nothing like I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't think we'll ever see something bonkers from any other brand ever. This is like a project that it's been in the works for a few years now, ever since, you know, Mercedes was really dominating the F1 scene, which is why they had this very, very good engine in a road legal car. And now for the exciting part. To open the dihedral doors, simply press on this button over here. It's a pretty heavy door, and this whole thing lifts up to reveal this beautiful racing cockpit. Take a look at that. You are going to have these leather seats, beautifully leather wrapped, honestly, with this nice AMG lettering, and they are molded into the chassis. So all you can do is basically put the steering wheel forward or even the pedals, but this seat is fixed, and I've heard it's not very comfortable, so we're gonna try it right now. And so this is the cockpit view that I have sitting inside the AMG One. There's a lot of things to cover. The buttons on the steering wheel are pretty straightforward. You can see the shift lights at the top, suede on the side, and then carbon fiber, very F1 inspired. And the paddle shifters have a beautiful, satisfying clicking sound to them. So this is how you flash your high beams, DRS, neutral, and then pass. So this basically allows you to overtake. If you're cruising at 6th gear and you press on this button, it will basically go to the lowest gear possible to give you the maximum acceleration, which is pretty cool. On the left, you have not cruise control stuff, but rather recuperation mode, as you can see. So you can choose how much regenerative braking you want to have. And then pit, this is like a pit limiter. So it's like cruise control, but you have to keep on pressing on the gas. So for example, you can limit to 80 kilometers an hour, and it will just keep on going there. It's kind of like the pit stop in F1. And on the right, very basic stuff that you'd see on an A-Class. So volume controls, home button, whatever. So yeah, very basic stuff to control that center screen. Again, very familiar Mercedes infotainment system. AMG, you can see going through the various modes. I think you have to turn on the car fully to see most of the stuff, including the, oh, there we go. That is pretty cool. Engine, vehicle, whatever. So G's, telemetry, drag race, if you want to take your AMG One for drag, and then track race, so you can add a track, I believe. Let's see if we can do that right now. So this is basically that in the screen. Air vents, obviously, to keep you cool because it gets pretty hot inside here. Beautiful carbon fiber trim and nice light. I'm going to show you how to turn on the car, like the turning on process. Over here you have the earbuds that come with this car, I believe. Let me just open it up. I believe this is because it gets very, very loud, so they kind of have this noise cancelling buds which they give you. Nice gift. You can close this up. You get AMG Motorsport. Obviously no glove box inside here, but the storage area is for your fire extinguisher. You can remove it should you choose to do that. Again, carbon fiber on the top, and this is the speaker. So whenever you turn on the blinkers, the sound is coming from here, which is very funny, close to your head. This also acts as for the wiper commands, so you can use the wipers and the headlights using this stock over here, and then basically, you know, to turn on your light. Everything feels very solid. Obviously, as you'd expect in a $5 million F1 derived road hypercar, whatever. I mean, it's something. This car is something. So basically, the process to turn on the car, first of all, you have to press on the main button, right? And then press it twice, basically to turn on the ignition. Now this car has been preheated, but usually it will give you a sign that the car needs preheating. The catalytic converters will be, you know, heated up before you turn on the car. And when you do, you simply press on the brakes and choose the driving mode suitable, which is not the EV. You can see the different driving modes that we have. So one of the coolest things inside the AMG One is that you can control the flaps, as I mentioned, in the Race Plus mode using this screen. So for example, pressing on the flaps over here, please look at how aggressively these open and close. You just slam shut, and you can even do that with the spoiler in the back too. So it's currently open. To retract it, keep on pressing, and it will slam in, and obviously open it by pressing it again.